Before we begin, have you ever stopped to think about why Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden, even though they knew the consequences? Did they simply give in to temptation, or was there something more to their story? Welcome to our channel, where we delve into the mysteries of the past and explore the stories that have shaped our world. Today, we're going to take a closer look at one of the most well-known stories in history, the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. So without further ado, let's dive in. The story of Adam and Eve is a religious narrative set in the Garden of Eden. It is considered a central part of the Abrahamic religious traditions and has been transmitted through generations as a means of conveying lessons and wisdom. In the beginning, a supreme power, referred to as God, created the heavens and the earth. God then created the first human, Adam, and placed him in a garden referred to as the Garden of Eden. Adam was given responsibilities such as naming the animals and caring for the garden, and was allowed to eat from any tree in the garden, with the exception of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. In the Garden of Eden, God created a companion for Adam named Eve, who was created from one of Adam's ribs. Adam and Eve were free to wander the garden and explore its beauty. The Supreme Being had warned them not to partake of the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. However, a serpent entered the garden and convinced Eve to eat from the tree, leading to both Adam and Eve gaining knowledge of good and evil. They were banished from the Garden of Eden after God, seeing that they had disobeyed his order, punished them. This signaled the commencement of humanity's fall from grace, as well as a protracted period of sin and misery. But what if we told you that this tale involves far more than just one instance of temptation? Recent findings have uncovered that historical manuscripts imply that Adam and Eve may have already been aware of the taboo fruit and its ramifications prior to consuming it. This contradicts the conventional understanding of the narrative, which portrays them as simply being lured by the serpent and succumbing to their temptations. One perspective postulates that the tree of understanding represented a source of enlightenment and wisdom instead of a mark of sin. By partaking of the fruit, the first man Adam and woman Eve aimed to acquire greater comprehension and connection with their Creator. This perspective is supported by the prevalence in many ancient cultures of seeing fruit consumption as a means to access knowledge and achieve heightened states of consciousness. In truth, the fruit is typically shown as a symbol of waking and spiritual enlightenment, rather than as an expression of evil. Thus, according to this interpretation of the story, Adam and Eve's decision to eat the fruit might be seen as a brave and inquiring action rather than a vulnerable one. An alternate idea proposes that the fruit of the tree of knowledge was actually a type of mushroom with renowned psychoactive properties. This would explain why it was considered forbidden, as it was believed to have a power to transform an individual's understanding of the world. This viewpoint is reinforced by the fact that in numerous ancient societies, mushrooms were frequently linked to spiritual and mystical experiences, and were perceived as having the power to reveal hidden knowledge and unlock spiritual consciousness. Hence, in the interpretation of the story, the choice of Adam and Eve to consume the fruit can be seen as a pursuit of spiritual enlightenment, rather than a moment of allurement. Independently of what the fruit truly was, the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden can be perceived as an allegory for our own personal growth and transformation journeys. Similar to how Adam and Eve departed from the safety and comfort of the Garden of Eden to embark on a path of self-exploration, we too leave behind our own childhoods and embark on a quest to find our place in the world. And that's a wrap for our in-depth analysis of the tale of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Whether viewed in a literal or metaphorical sense, it continues to be a timeless story of inquisitiveness, courage, and the influence of knowledge. And there you have it. Show your support by subscribing to our channel and giving the video a thumbs up. And to make sure you never miss new content, be sure to turn on those notifications. Your continued support means the world to us. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.